like everything. Sure. No substitutes here.
Josh Reisman, where'd you go?
What?
Megan.
I'm in town because I'm partnering up, I guess, with Edith Sanford Breast Cancer Foundation and just raising awareness. And have y'all heard of that foundation in this city? Okay. I mean, I think it's like everywhere. The word Sanford's like all down the street, like everywhere I look. But I went and toured their facility yesterday, and they have like all this crazy research, like I don't even know, like 160 billion little bitty dots on this like little microchip thing that's like this tall and this wide. There's like that many little holes that like take in DNA and all these weird things. I don't know. I've been out of school so long, I couldn't even barely listen and understand any of it, but it was cool. So they're doing a lot of research and just, you know, they're getting closer and closer to finding a cure. And so that's what I'm doing tonight. I'm singing the national anthem at the Sanford Pentagon. Y'all been to that place yet? Okay, I guess there's only been like one other event there. So this is the second event ever, and it's supposed to be really cool, and so I'm excited to be a part of that. So, yeah, how many of y'all think Adam Levine's hot?
Does he smell good? Oh my God.
You guys. Okay, here we go. This is my favorite question. Am I supposed to sit? That's when we audition.
When they sing.
Am I supposed to turn my chair? Okay, good. Okay, I'm gonna turn it for all y'all. Okay, so this is my funny story about Adam smelling what he smells like. Okay, so everyone asked me this question. I think it's because he just came out with like a cologne or something before my season. I don't know. But of course he smells normal. I never really I don't hug people and I don't do that. Like I'm not a weirdo like that. I wasn't obsessed with him. I probably would have done that to Blake Shelton if I hugged him, but anyways, so one day I walked into rehearsal and Adam had been eating lunch and he was eating a tuna sandwich and he smelled like fish and I was like, you know, so that was a little weird. So that's what I always tell people, that he smells like tuna sandwiches. Yeah, so that's what Adam smells like. Next question. Musical background? Ooh, okay. Well, like I said, my whole family does music. My dad sings and like everyone plays an instrument and a lot of it is church stuff. So all of them lead church worship and stuff back home. And my papa raised me up on like bluegrass and old country music. My dad loved Brian McKnight and then he loved Journey. My mom loved rap music. So I have like a tons of like random, you know, music all together. I was in choir in 7th and 8th grade. I was in a girls' choir in 8th grade. And then I didn't do choir anymore because I started singing on the weekends at like Opry's and stuff. Does anyone know what an Opry is? Yeah, like a couple of people. Okay, well that's probably like a Texas thing. But does anyone know what the Grand Ole Opry is? Okay, I got to perform there like 3 weeks ago, which was insane. That was like check off my bucket list. But it's like a smaller scaled down version of that with like a house band and people try out and like all y'all could sing and you audition like you did for this class and then you get to perform like, you know, cover songs that you like, Carrie Underwood or whoever, mainly country music just because it's in Texas. So yeah, I don't have any like, my first vocal lesson was on the show and her name was Treylani Rose and she was the vocal coach for all of us and she taught me a lot about breathing and warming up like y'all were doing earlier. I had never warmed up in my life before the voice. Like I didn't know how to do that. I mean, besides choir, but that was in 7th and 8th grade and I don't really remember how to do that. But it really does help. It like grows your voice so much and I never realized that, but I hit notes that I didn't even realize I could hit on the voice, you know, before. So it really helps. So do all your warm-ups and all that stuff. Okay, next question.
Why did you decide to go on The Voice? Sorry,
my best friend, Allie B, that's what I always call her, but that I went to high school with, we were watching season 2, and she was like, Amber, why are you not trying out for this show? And so she went home that night and signed me up online and made my whole profile for me. And then we drove all the way to Atlanta for season 3 and actually didn't make it the first time I tried out. I made it past a couple of the rounds, because y'all know there's like tons of rounds before the actual blind auditions. Okay. How many of y'all have ever tried out for any of the shows? You have? A couple? 2? Okay, cool. So y'all know like the whole process. You go to like the big cattle call thing and wait in line for what seems like years, and then finally get a shot, and it's like, and then you get, let down. So I went through a couple of those rounds, didn't make it, and then I tried out for season 4. And really what you have to do, if any of y'all are going to try out for this kind of stuff, is like you have to tell your story, and that's the main thing, is that these shows are not about the talent. It's about what's going to make the TV show more appealing and more interesting. It is about the talent too, but really you got to have a good story, and you got to not be afraid to tell it. And then be confident, know who you are, and choose a style, and dress cute, and all that stuff. Which you don't always have to dress cute on The Voice. They make you cute later. So I had to wait. So there's like 3 or 4 days of auditions, of blind auditions, like in total. And they like order the list in a certain way, and they say that there's no order to it, and like they just randomly pick it, but I think there has to be an order. It's television. So I was on the very last day, and like I was sitting in my hotel room, and you don't really have many friends at this point because you don't know that many people during blind auditions because you're all kind of like, and you're sitting there and you're like, why am I the last day? And like you have to wait, and actually the day we were supposed to film blind auditions, the last day, we had to cancel it and move to the next day. So it was even longer, and I was like, oh my God. And so I just got really down. I was crying, and like I didn't get out of bed, didn't take a shower. Like, I know that's really gross, but like I got so sad, and I was like, I'm never gonna get to audition. Well, then finally the day came, and I got to go closer to the beginning of the day, thank God, because actually Blake's team was full, and we didn't know all this before we went out. We didn't know if the teams were full or if they were totally empty or what. But Blake's team ended up being full all the way, and that's obviously who I wanted because I'm a country singer. And then Adam had 1 spot, Usher had 1 spot, and Shakira had 1 spot. So like I was so close to not making it at all. So I filled up. Adam was the only one that turned for me, and I was the last one on his team to fill up his whole entire team. So, and there was only 2 spots after I made it. Isn't that insane? So close. But it was just crazy. Like the whole time I was singing, Adam turned around pretty close to the beginning. I was like, oh, yay, I made it. But the whole time I was still like, why is Blake not turning around? Like, I'm a country singer. Like, what am I doing wrong? And I was worrying about that. But it ended up being good. So. Music has changed my life completely because it's like my happiness. Like, if I didn't, and thanks to, everyone that watched the show and voted and all that stuff, it's really thanks to the fans. And I always made fun of, like, Taylor Swift and people like that for being so, like, oh, my fans, and, like, oh, and she just pretends like it's so, they're so close and whatever, but really, you owe it all to your fans. Like, you really do. There's no way I would be here today without people that voted for me and are going to stick by me throughout my career. So really thanks to the fans. And then just music in general, like after the show, I wrote a little bit before the show, but after the show, I write constantly now. Like I've almost fallen more in love with writing music more than I love performing. Like it's just incredible to be able to write lyrics and just share your heart. The other day I was going to write like a letter, because I hadn't talked to my ex-boyfriend in a while, and I was going to write a letter to him because I felt like I needed to say I'm sorry and just like, see how he was and all that. And I couldn't bring myself to do it, so I just started writing a song, and it's turning out really good. So music is just like everything, and it just brings happiness and joy to so many people, so keep doing it. That was a good little ex-boyfriend story. Call me Taylor Swift. Okay, but really don't. Okay, what?
Do you have a favorite performance that you performed?
Skyfall, for sure. That was my favorite one. Oh, you did? When I walked around the piano? Okay, so with that one, that song, I've never acted before. Like, I always wish, are y'all all seniors? No? Okay, well, if you have a chance, do theater, because it would probably have been so much fun. And I regret that I didn't do it in school, because I feel like I would have had so much fun doing it. Doing Skyfall, we had 2 choreographers that taught us kind of, where to move on the stage and kind of just where to go. And, it's not like we learned, do this move and this move or whatever, but just kind of where to go. Did y'all like that? Was that a good? Oh, okay. Anyways, but they kind of just showed us where to go. Well, I'm just a goofy person. Obviously, y'all are seeing that. Like, I just like having fun and being silly. And so to be sexy is like, you know, oh, I don't know how to do that. And so he was like, we need to give you an alter ego. Like, you need to have a new name. And I was like, oh, like Beyonce and Sasha Fierce? Okay, I can do that. And so I love Marilyn Monroe, and I love Dolly Parton, but Marilyn's more like the, you know, kind of woo. And so they gave me the name Diamond, and I pretended that I was like this alter ego, like burlesque person, like, and so that's how I kind of got through that song, and like pretended I was someone else, and it was just such an incredible feeling. So I kind of felt like I acted during that performance. It was really fun. Favorite.
We love you, Anna.
I don't know what I've done, or if I like what I've begun, but something told me to run, and honey, you know me, it's all or none. There were sounds in my head, a little voice is whispering that I should go and this should end. Oh, when I found myself a little sadness. 'Cause I don't know who I am without you. All I know is that I should. And I don't know if I could stand another hand upon you. All I know is that I should. 'Cause she will love you more than I could. She who dares to stand where I stood.
Beautiful. Good job. That's so beautiful. I could tell. She's staring at you. I do too. No, I'll tell you a story. In 8th grade when I was in choir, I made everyone close their eyes and look at their, like this. I couldn't even try out for my part or whatever. I wouldn't be able to do this. This scares me even more than like being in front of a huge crowd with lights. So I'm very proud of you for that. You did awesome. I think that you need to make sure if you need to close your eyes and like get into it, then do that or whatever. Like I could tell that you were obviously nervous, but I would be too. But you have a beautiful voice, like a beautiful tone to your voice. It's easy to listen to. Are you ever planning on trying out for anything like that?
Yes.
Okay. So is that the song you're gonna do?
I don't know yet.
Okay. I'm gonna recommend for all of you guys, if you're ever gonna try out, do something that's current. And usually, unless you just have a like killer slow song, usually they like fast songs at the beginning, just because it shows personality and stuff. Always have one in your back pocket at least. But usually current is the main thing. So, what kind of music do you want to do?
I honestly don't know. I like a lot of stuff.
Know that before you go to.
Okay.
And even if you have to pretend, just like, I know that's horrible, but like if you want to, you know, if you decide you want to be a pop artist, be that. And then on the show, obviously, see, I was country when I went there, and then they changed me because Adam wanted me to do pop, and that's all I did on the show, really. So make up your mind, and they'll change you if they want to. But yeah, so you did really good. Beautiful voice. Yeah.
All those conversations are the secrets that I keep, though it makes no sense to me. Now, I know you've never loved the sound of your voice on tape. You never want to know how much you weigh. You still have to squeeze into your jeans, but you're perfect to me. And I won't let these little things slip out of my mouth, 'cause it's you, oh it's you, they add up to I'm in love with you, and all these little things.
Beautiful. That was good. I think that song choice was good because it is current and all the girls would love it and all that stuff, you know. I think that you don't need to be afraid to show personality in your voice. And like, since that is like a One Direction song, you know, they all get into it. So make sure you like, if you need to, I don't know all the terms and stuff. Y'all are probably over there like, ha, but, and not to diss anything about choir at all. But whenever you're in choir, you usually have to like stay on the same level as everyone else and try to blend. But whenever you're singing a solo, then you need to show personality and have dynamics and get louder on parts that you want to get louder on and just show your own style. And I think that's what you need to work on. Okay. That's awesome. You did very good. Beautiful tone. Beautiful voice. I love all y'all's tones. It's so nice. Like, they're easy to listen to. You know, nothing too crazy. I think that the song, like, I would love to hear you sing a song that I knew too, just because I would be able to kind of. This is what the judges and stuff like on shows like this, as well as being able to compare you to someone. And I know that sucks because like me, I'm like, I don't want to be compared to anyone else. I'm Amber Carrington. I want to be my own artist. Like, don't tell me I look like Karen Wood one more time. You know, it makes me so mad. Or whatever, you know, sound like this person or that person. But you do seem like a true artist, and I love that you brought me a song that you wrote yourself. Another thing that helped me with writing is co-writing, and you should get together with a piano man back there or somebody that can really like play. How long have you been playing?
Guitar.
For a long time?
Just for like 3 years.
Okay, so like, I guess he's like really good or whatever he is. Oh crap. But it helped me because I'm not that good at guitar, but it helped like with all the different chords that you can possibly hit and the notes that would be possible in the song with those chords and stuff. And I think that you should, you know, change up the notes a little bit. Maybe like do some higher things or little runs here and there to make it more interesting and stuff. But I think it was really beautiful. I liked it a lot. Very beautiful lyrics. Yeah.
I long for atonement's arms, please carry me back. But the reel keeps on spinning loose and the screen is fading to black. Sweet LA, I gave my broken soul to you. Sweet LA, why do you hurt me like you do?
Very nice. So I think for you, that was a cool song choice. I think that you have a beautiful tone to your voice as well. And you need to make sure that you breathe enough to carry out your notes for sure. I think your pitch was really nice, but just I think breathing and volume. Make sure that you're not too quiet because I want to be able to hear everything that you got. And whenever you're hitting those higher notes during the bridge, just like take in a huge breath and just release it and be loud. Don't be afraid to be loud. This room has great acoustics, I'm sure, because it's so big and everything. So you'll sound great. Also, another thing to tell the whole class is that the way that he chose his part of his song, like he chose the verse and the bridge, right? That was really smart because the bridge usually shows like the most range and everything. And that's what you want to do whenever you're trying out for something, is make sure you get all the little pieces of the song that showcase your voice the best.
You love me 'cause I'm fragile, but I thought that I was strong. And you touched me for a little while, and all my fragile strength is gone. You hold me without touch, you keep me without chains. I never wanted anything so much than to drown in your love and not feel your rain. Set me free, leave me be. I don't wanna fall another moment into your gravity. Here I am, and I stand so tall, just the way I'm supposed to be. But you're onto me and all over me.
Great song. I love that song. I actually have a YouTube video of me singing that song in a competition one time. I love Sarah Bareilles. She's awesome. I think with a song like that, it's so stripped down and it's all about the emotion. And I think that you need to make sure you portray that, especially with the voice. You have to portray that in your voice, not only with your face. And I had to learn that kind of the opposite way, because I portrayed emotion in my voice but not my face. I just stood there and was like, hey, good girl, or, you know. And the vocal coach was like, give me your stank face. And that's what she told me, and I was like, I don't know what that is. And so, but anyways, so just make sure that you portray all the emotion, like, and that's also with dynamics, is like, and I hate when Christina Aguilera sings to the contestants. It makes me so annoyed, because I'm like, don't show off that you're a good singer, shut up. But like, whenever you're doing like the, here I am, and I stand, like, swell into it and stuff, because that shows like the, you know, just like desperate of that song, you know. So I think you did a really great job, though. Beautiful. You're welcome. Okay. I'm not going to do the whole thing. This is the end. Hold your breath and count to 10. Feel the earth moving in. Hear my heart burst again, for this is the end. I've drowned and dreamt this moment, so overdue I owe them. Swept away, I'm stolen. Let the sky fall. When it crumbles, we will stand tall and face it all together. Sky fall. When it crumbles, we will stand tall and face it all at skyfall. Is that it?
Holy
Okay, so Amber Carrington came in from The Voice, and she listened to a couple soloists here at Roosevelt, and I was one of them, and so I'm really, really, really excited that she gave me some pointers, and just the fact that she was willing to come in and work with high schoolers and like take time to talk to me and give me tips, and I'm so excited. I watched the show. I actually just started watching it last year when she was on, so I know that she was like a top finalist, and that's like a huge deal. That's a huge deal. And one of my goals is to like try out for The Voice, so it was really awesome to be able to work with her and like hear her experience and how awesome it was. It just seems so cool. She's inspired me so much. Just the fact that she is willing to like help me and tell me what like to look forward to and to like focus on when you go into an audition like that. You have to know what your style is and like know what you're gonna sing and exactly how you're gonna do it. But just that she's so confident, and it makes me want to be confident and do something like that with my life too. It's awesome. She told me things that I probably wouldn't have picked out myself, just like, you know, she told me that I should just be like, she told me to move when I was singing. She like looked at me, she goes, "You can move," and I was like, "Oh, I can move, okay." So it made me nervous, but I was really excited, and I know what to do now, you know, so that made me happy.